What's up, everybody? I'm here again with a video, man. I'm just about to talk about how God freed me uh, from hate. You know what I mean? And freed me from hate of white people and America. You know what I mean? I hope this can help someone going through something. I hope this can inspire people. You know, so God freed me from hate and filled my hate with peace and love. And I'm gonna just say what that hate was. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when you learn the history of America, it's impossible for a black man to not get angry. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's natural to get angry. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's something that, you know, I consider myself a pretty a conservative now. You know what I mean? I think that's something that other conservatives, white and black, need to admit. Like, if you go through school, man, and the first thing you hear about your people is they was enslaved and all this stuff and all this stuff. And then, in the land of the free, home of the brave, these people was enslaved, and you know what I mean? And they couldn't vote, and they couldn't do this, they couldn't do that. They was getting beat, raped, tortured, hung, all this stuff. Like, let's just be real. That shit will piss anyone off. That shit will piss anyone off. You know what I'm saying? So, like, moving forward, I would say that I was mad and I had a us against them mentality. You know what I'm saying? I had a us against them mentality. I was a Democrat. You know what I'm saying? I felt oppressed, and I thought that every Democratic white person was, for some reason, less racist than every Republican. You know what I mean? And now, looking back at it, now that I'm older, I can see that that's just completely false. Completely false. You could be a racist Democrat and you could be a racist Republican. It's just how you view the government's roles. And that's a whole nother subject for a whole nother day. But, so like, I felt like that there was only one way to think as a black man. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was oppressed. You know what I mean? I felt like everybody was against me. You know what I mean? And, and the whole time, like, I'm not going to sit up here and say that, like, I was a saint or nothing, but, I feel like I've always prayed, you know what I mean? I've always gone to church. I've always had somewhat of a connection to God. There have been straight up times where I completely turned my back on God, you know what I mean? Straight up, you know what I mean? And, but, I mean, that's part of growth, you know what I mean? If you just look at your normal life, there's days where you don't really want to mess with your parents, you know what I'm saying? There's days, that's just part of growing, you know what I mean? But one thing I will say is that I feel like God never turned his back on me, even though I turned my back on him. But, so, you learn all these things. Then they tell you in school that, Christianity was pushed on the people, and, white people brought their Christianity. And, I mean, the older I get, the more and more I feel like that's false. I don't feel like Africans did not know about Christianity, like, before white people. That's a whole nother video, too. But, like, it's just like you feel, and then you turn on the TV set, and then it's just people that are it's just a lot of propaganda. You know what I mean? It seems like, that if you're black, you have to think a certain type of way. Like, you have to think Democrat. Like, you have to think all this stuff. Like, you have to, you have people saying that, a vote for this guy is a vote for a Republican is like slavery. You know what I mean? You have people saying all this wild, like, outlandish stuff. You know what I mean? And so naturally, without knowing it, what happens to you mentally is you become oppressed. You become a slave because you're believing some people that are telling you you should think like this because you're black. And when you think about what white people actually did to black people during slavery, that is at the core of what slavery was. You know, you should feel less than because you're black. You need the government's help. You need my help because you're black. Because of the situation that you're in. You see what I'm saying? And like, but you don't know it because they're presenting themselves to be upright people. You know, and then they have I'm talking about liberal news networks. Then they have the few black people that come in there that they always are gonna hire more black people than the people that they're calling racist because it's a cover up, right? So, you know, you're listening to a black man who you would think has your best interest, has all black people's best interests in their heart. You know what I'm saying? You're listening to them, and man, like, they're saying all this crazy stuff. Like, they're saying, white people are the enemy, this, that, and the third. Then you find out that they're married to white people, and these are black people. These are black people saying white people are enemy, and they're married to white people. Like, let's just think about this. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. But that's how they want us to think. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, going back to, so this brewed in my mind, a sense of negativity, even though I feel like I have always been a positive person, man. I feel like I've always been positive. I feel like I've always wanted to see the good in situations. And I feel like I've always, tried to make the best of my life. You know what I mean? But I feel like I wasn't as happy as I could have been. And I feel like some days were rougher than they had to be. And I feel like ultimately what I did was I did not reap all the benefits of being American and all the benefits. I didn't even think as big as I could have because I was thinking like I was still in the 1960s, still in the 1800s without realizing it. Because when you think, they're trying to they make us think that we are just so like our situation is just so bad. Like they make us feel like when you turn on the TV, you feel like black people can't solve their own problems. You know what I'm saying? And like, let me be real, man. Let me be 100% real, bro. You know, what's going on in the ghettos, what's going on, like when niggas is killing, I'm sorry I said the N word, but when black people is killing each other, man, when we look at black people robbing each other, man, when we look at all the things that plague the neighborhood, we can fix it. We can fix it. Like, we can invest in our neighborhoods. We can build businesses in our neighborhoods. We can police our own neighborhoods. But we don't. You know what I'm saying? Because we feel like someone, like deep down inside, I feel like we feel like it's someone else's responsibility to do it for us, bro. And that's why we are in a continuous situation of dependency. You understand what I'm saying? So what I mean is, like, man, like, I'm kind of going all over the place, but I feel like I can't say how it happened, but once I realized that I could handle my own situation, that I could change my own situation for me and my family. Once I realized that I could, that I'm just as free as a white man. Once I realized that I have had bigger thoughts, I've had bigger dreams. I don't even want to say dreams. I have bigger thoughts, bigger goals. I think I'm better than I ever was mentally. You know, I'm way more open minded. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because I think people would label me a conservative, but I feel more open minded than I was when I was a liberal. Like, that's insane to think about. You know what I'm saying? And man, I just want to say that for me, I feel like it was God that blessed me, man. That I feel like it was God that allowed me to free myself from these things, to free myself from the mental bondage, man. From bondage, man. I feel free. Like, I feel like I can change my situation. I feel like I can be part of the reason that my environment changes. I feel like I can help change my neighborhood. I feel like I can help change lower income neighborhoods across Texas and across America. You know what I mean? Now, you know, and I feel like we all, like, if we really want to see change, man, we can't expect the system to change. And if the system, and if the oppressors are talking about changing the system, it's because they see that we're starting to try to figure out how to get out of the situation we're in, bro. That's how I see it, man. So, like, I've been trying to make a WalkAway video for like a minute, man. It's just been so hard because I didn't know what to say, but I feel like that's what I have to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I want people to understand that conservatism and conservative values has nothing to do with, like, you know, you could be a Muslim and have conservative values. Like, you could be you know, an atheist and have conservative values, and you could be gay and have conservative values. You could, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, bro. Like, don't let people pigeonhole you because of how you view yourself. Don't let people put you in a box and tell you what you should vote for and how you should think, man. Because that's what they tried to do to my people, man. That's what happened to black people, and it did not do shit for us, man. It made slavery 10 times worse because nowadays, like, you know what I mean, they have people that have big time jobs that is millionaires that literally still think like slaves, but they're millionaires. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Like, making money has nothing to do with slavery, bro. Your mind does. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I guess that's not the normal WalkAway movement video, but I feel like, you know, that's my WalkAway video, you know what I mean? And I just don't think that I could have ever have felt this way if it wasn't for God, man. You know? And I'll say this too, man. You know, if anyone watches this video that doesn't consider themselves a conservative, and I mean, I don't even want to call myself necessarily conservative because I hate how that word has been stigmatized. You know what I mean? But if there's somebody out there that doesn't really fully agree with, like, everything the Democrat Party says, and you consider yourself a Christian, man, I'm going to just say this, man. I'm going to just straight up say this, bro. Like, if you are praying for wisdom, and I've said this in a previous video, if you are praying for wisdom, you pray for wisdom, you pray for wisdom, you pray for wisdom. You know what I mean? And you get it, and you start looking around, and you're seeing that you're seeing something wrong. You can't be scared to act on what you pray for, which is wisdom. If God is giving you the wisdom to see that you have outgrown your situation, you have to move. And yes, that can be scary, bro. Like, for me to say this stuff that I'm saying is scary, bro. Because, you know, if some people in my family saw this, they would say that something was wrong with me. But I feel like somebody needs to hear this. So, like, you know what I mean? So we all have to overcome fears. Everybody has to overcome some type of a fear, you know? So don't be afraid to change, man. Because if you're praying for something, like if you're praying for anything and you get it, it's going to require a change. Sorry, my nose is kind of itching. You know, it's going to require a change, man. You know, if you're praying for money and God bless you with a new job, and you have to move out of your house, and you move and now you're driving a nicer car, all type of stuff like that comes with different types of issues. You know what I'm saying? So like, just all I'm saying is, man, that's to whoever that was for. I don't know who that was for, but I hope when it hits you, man. But like, we pray for these things, but see, when you pray for things that take you out of your comfort zone, don't be mad when you have to get out of your comfort zone. All right, y'all. So that was my WalkAway movement video, man. I'm about to go in here and get some damn juice. You know, I hope, everybody has a good day, man. Everybody be blessed, and please like and subscribe, man. Let me know how y'all feel, man. Let me know if y'all have if y'all have had similar thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I want my page to be just a place for peace and love, and just, everybody. I feel like, this needs to be like, everybody just needs to come together, bro. And also, we need to be able to say how we feel without everybody getting butthurt and, crying and shit. But all right, y'all. Peace.